Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention. General Schrader, please. At this time, if you'll just allow me to welcome to the stage Brigadier General Walsh, the Commanding General of Systems Command. Sir.
All right, I'm going to lower this for General Mazziello. This is not for me. And lower his microphone a little bit. And General Schreider is kind enough to leave my notes, and General Mazziello's glasses up here, so we have something to talk about. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here today. This is I told the bigger crowd we had out of the theater last week that this is one of the highlights of my year, is recognizing our acquisition professionals here at Marine Corps Systems Command. We had a great crowd, several hundred folks there last week, and we'll get to recognize our award winners again tonight. Before we get started, I want to just thank a few folks. Thanks to the generals, the senior executives who made the time to be here tonight. I know you've got really busy schedules, and this is just, like I said, a great evening to recognize folks who are working so hard for our Marines. General Sherati, the MCA staff, thank you for organizing this. These are always great events. The band and the color guard took off, but I'll charge Sergeant Major Dorsey with thanking them on our behalf. They're always awesome, and great to have them here again tonight. For our industry partners, none of this would be possible without you. Not just the dinner and the donations you make for sponsoring tables and the awards, but really everything we do as acquisition professionals is in partnership with you as our industry partners. So thank you for supporting us, supporting our Marines, and supporting our capabilities for national defense every day. So thank you. And lastly, thanks for our acquisition professionals. Everybody's here tonight that works at Syscom, works at NAVAIR, works in the acquisition world, delivering those capabilities for our Marines. Not just the award winners, but everybody else that's part of their team that makes these awards possible, and their families who are here, who were recognized earlier, who support them every day. So thank you all for being here tonight. It really is a small community of acquisition professionals that has a huge impact on the future of the Marine Corps. And right now, with forces on, it is a really exciting time to be part of that acquisition family. We are delivering those capabilities that enable those forces on concepts, turning forces on into a reality for those Marines. Delivering capabilities that allow the Marine Corps to be that crisis response force that we are, the nation's 911 force, to be that deterrent for our peer adversaries, and if necessary, to fight and win out there on the battlefield, to fight and win our country's battles. As we go through the citations, if you had a chance to scan the QR code and you take a look at what these individuals have done, the work spans from delivering new equipment to protecting our networks and making sure we maintain that information advantage that we enjoy and what is really our decisive advantage out there on the battlefield, through talent management, making sure our Marines get to the places they need to be in their careers to continue to serve and fight our battles, and all the way through our business processes that kind of the back end of everything we do that allows our Marines to excel on the battlefield and allows us to continue to deliver capabilities. You're going to see all that as you hear the citations today. As they do that, there's no shortage of tough challenges. Y'all who work in this environment know that this is a really challenging environment. There's a lot of hurdles to get over, but the folks that we're going to talk about tonight have met that challenge and gotten over that bar, maintaining the momentum as the Commandant has charged us in his latest Frago. And they set the stage for the future as we go through this transformation that the Marine Corps is going through. Tonight, we're going to recognize 5 individuals, present 5 awards, focused on 2 qualities that every Marine cherishes and values: innovation and leadership. The namesakes are true heroes in the Marine acquisition community, changed the face of the Marine Corps and of warfighting. They provided capabilities to our Marines like the Higgins boat, the M16, the Amtrak, things that enabled us to become the Marine Corps that we are today and maintain that heritage. They're people who transform Marine acquisition through their leadership, their inspiration, and their expertise. And the winners tonight carry on that tradition. They're the very best among a very competitive field, outstanding field of talent that we have serving us at Marine Corps Systems Command. And every day I get to come into work, Sergeant Major Dorsey and I get to walk around and hear about the things that you're doing, see you out there doing the hard work, making sure our Marines get what they need every day. We get to hear the congratulations and the thanks from the Marines in the field, the MEF commanders the MSC commanders, and the individual Marines who get to use that gear every day. So on behalf of them, passing on to all of you, thanks from our Marines out in the field. Every one of you, as we walk around, I know, I can feel, I can hear the commitment to our Marines. And that commitment is epitomized by our guest of honor here tonight. Lieutenant General Greg Mazziello, the senior acquisition officer in the Marine Corps, has built a career around delivering those capabilities to our Marines. He's been a mentor to me. He's been part of our acquisition community, leading from staff in a program through program manager, up in the Pentagon, working in the ANS staff, AT&L staff at the time, a PEO, and now he's the Director of Defense Contract Management Agency. For those of you who don't know what DCMA is, those are the folks who are out there on the front lines of our capability production, in the factories, in with our industry partners, making sure that we get what we are paying for from our industry partners, making sure they're performing to the contracts that we've given to them. So without any further ado, sir, it's my honor to have you here tonight, and thank you for taking the time on your trip up to Vermont to pick up a college student.
So this does feel like home. I know I live at least the majority of my Marine Corps career on the edge of the empire, if you will. Not here, but Quantico's home, if you will. But more than, and maybe this will resonate for some people, I was not at the previous dinner or the previous award ceremony, but in the language that people, ACMAC, by the way, was my TBS roommate, if you will. So, and I don't normally admit that publicly, but something he said last week about tribes, resonated with me. Talking, so aviator, although I would tell you he was my roommate, that guy wasn't born as an aviator. There's a reason why he went to, IOC, and probably a reason why he is where he is. But for tonight, this is my tribe. And this, as you alluded to, most of the Marines that we recognize in this came into the Marine Corps from day one to become acquisition professionals. Nobody does. Matter of fact, nobody even knows. Actually, much of the Marine Corps still today has no idea that we have such a thing, or that people work so hard behind the scenes. So the few people that you go out and see there, Angus, and that they recognize what they're delivering, they really don't know the collective workforce of our both military and civilian acquisition professionals, teaming with our folks in industry that either used to serve and dress like us or never did, but they get the mission and or that's their job they got assigned to do as they're trying to figure out their way in the company. That's a world that is foreign to most of the Corps, I would say. When I talk, or and those that know me, I tend to, I like to group things in three, and it'd be great if I did. I don't really need my glasses. I can show you the detailed speech that I wrote. In here, I did write a couple of notes, but that's just so I didn't forget names. But largely what I would say is, I talk, I'll end with performance, but I think it starts with perspective, and in between is perseverance. And that's what I think, these awards represent. And I've talked to some of you, Tim Howe stood up when I walked in and said, I really earned this. This is, I'm so proud that I'm being recognized. Oh, wait, I got that slightly wrong. He said what is actually true. I didn't really earn this. It's a bunch of people that aren't being recognized right now, and I think that's largely true. When we turn around and we recognize folks, it's really good because we take the opportunity to do that. But it's just the tip of the iceberg, if you will. It's most of the people that don't get the recognition, that do a lot of the work, that I think of when we hear not just the the name of the awards and what the rationale is for that, but then how the folks that earned it this year, and I do believe, including Tim, probably likely earned the award in some fashion. You talked about leadership. The fact that you have teams that work as well as they do producing the product, that is a leadership skill that's out there. When I think of perspective, though, I generally think of those Marines or now being more purple, as the, Army uniform. By the way, he said to me that he wasn't frightened to come in uniform here on the base. Look, he's blushing even. So he happens to be in a very similar, the Army in some ways similar to the Marine Corps, at least in their acquisition corps. He did not come in trying to be an acquisition professional. He's actually a rated Apache pilot that, for whatever happened in his life, and I'm not going to ask, transitioned into their acquisition corps. And in DCMA, and this is our blended family, if you will, to include industry, he served as a program integrator for Navy radars and sensors that go on ships. By the way, there's a ship guy sitting next to you, also pretending over here inside the Marine Corps. So what I'm saying is it takes a pretty large family on the industry side as well. But grounded in that are the people that don't know what you do. And those in this audience, I'll say the Marines that are forward deployed, that are out there, they really don't know where their stuff comes from. They don't really care. They want it to work. For the most part, they don't care what company produced it. They don't care who signed a contract, how it was delivered. They just want it to freaking work. What they don't realize is how much work goes behind the scenes. So to have the opportunity to talk, and recognize people tonight, I think is fantastic. In my office still today, and other people have heard me talk about, I have a picture of a Marine, happens to be a maintenance Marine on the first deployment of V-22s in Afghanistan. It was PFC Picadillo is his name, but Buddy Bianca, familiar around here, but when he took the first squadron of V-22s over into Afghanistan, I was the program manager at the time. I would get, I would say weekly, they sometimes were more than that, lengthy emails from him articulating how grateful he was, and then much of the email was in red, in the text of, by the way, could you tell me how to fix this? And he would always send pictures, motivational pictures in there, and then I would share them with my industry partners. And I sent, in this case, it was a slug of about 30 different photographs, beautiful pictures of V-22s flying over, Afghanistan terrain. And then there's one, but when I sent it, I just said, find my favorite. And it took them about 5 minutes flipping through. And they're like, is it the guy sitting on the engine cowling? I go, yeah, it's PFC Picadillo waiting for a part. He's sitting there. I go, there are many people that work very hard in the Marine Corps. I think our maintainers probably work some of the hardest, if not the hardest. So I still keep that up. It's on my wall in the office. As ubiquitous as Teams are now, I don't have my face in there. I have his, although most people can't tell what it is sitting in there. But it's a reminder to me every day of the people that are forward, deployed. Again, they have no idea what we're doing every day, but they're dependent on it. And for that, that's the perspective. The perseverance is when you hear some of the awards and everybody's got it, and I would say, listen to them, click the QR code. By the way, I did click the QR code in there, at least the one on Modern Day Marine. And despite the kind words that said up front, I saw he's already cut acquisition from the program next year. Sarcasm, he didn't really do that. What he did is he's got a picture of Tamara Campbell as the incoming Mark Orsiscom, and it's all the lead-in on your brilliant speech that you will have at Modern Day Marine next year. So you have plenty of time to prepare. Sorry, that's not really true either, but you do have plenty of time to prepare, and it will be a brilliant speech. But perseverance is the work that I think people don't have an appreciation of how hard it is. Joe Schrader came up and he gave me advice tonight. He said, please tell people that you don't sign contracts. Otherwise, they'll come up and talk to you about the contracts. But I think he does. So if there's a line afterwards, go talk to him. He's aspiring contracting officer is what I think he shared earlier. But I do think, and I'll try what I think is a big word, and Sisyphean, if you will. And I remember sitting in, and I have ICAF classmates in here, and one of the speakers stood up, and they were talking about Sisyphean, and there was an Army guy literally sitting next to me, and he leaned over and he goes, I'm not exactly sure the words that they're using, but I think she just called Marines sissies. I do know what the word means, and it's that striving to be, perfect and the perfection, and that's what our perseverance inside of our acquisition programs. None of them are perfect. None of the humans, none of the contracts, none of the people or the production lines. But it's the effort, pushing that rock up that is going to come right back down every day. And many times you never get to see the fruits of your labor come into fruition. So I picture a lot of our workforce in that kind of daily struggle and being recognized. But it's the performance that we're going to recognize. And Angus mentioned the names, Higgins, you didn't say all the names, Stoner, Roebling, Kreitzer, Bates. Not everybody in the Marine Corps, unless you've come to one of these dinners and you listen to it, they don't know all. Maybe they'll know the Higgins boat. They'll certainly know the weapon, but not the name behind it. You can walk through all of those tasks that now are, maybe they're well known. They'll be well known because you'll listen or you'll hit the QR code tonight. But the names that we should be listening to are Durst and Harnouche and Schott and Howe and Ferguson. They're not surprised that they won. They got their awards last week, and then they put it back on the stage here so they could look surprised. So anybody who looks surprised tonight, that's feigned surprise. They should get an Oscar for that as well. But I would tell you, for the folks that are out there that don't know what you do, he did get promoted, so he's no longer PFC Picadillo, but he is on my wall, if you will. For those folks that really don't have an appreciation of the hard work that goes behind there, on their behalf, I'm glad that the Marine Corps Association and the family writ large is taking the time to recognize that hard work. And so I know that each one of you, when you come up and you receive the award, it isn't just the work that you did. It's the people that you led. It's the lives that you've touched that you don't even know about in there that will mean more than the trophy that'll sit there. I know 2005 as the inaugural, so I could say Sisyphean, but I can't say inaugural, recipient of the Michael Howe Acquisition Officer Award. And I remember sitting there at the time and with the namesake presenting the trophy to me. And he said, I really don't know why you're going to win this, but you'll probably make colonel out of this, was the kind words. I still have that trophy as well in there, but I think of all of the people that put the work in there that, that I got the one moment to stand and receive the award, and it really represents a much larger workforce. So with that, I'll stop speaking. I know that is the highlight of many people's evening. I'll stop, and they wrote down exactly where I'm supposed to stand here, and we're going to take the time to recognize some very hardworking, amazing civilians and Marines, but all Marines in here and the work that they do. And I would say, I look forward to this and the opportunity to see and recognize, the few people that we get to do, but it's the larger workforce and the people out there working on them. Before I go, and it's not a paid political announcement, kind of thing. I would say, not thanks for and I know it was kind of said before, but for our industry teammates in this. Yes, we appreciate the sponsorship. Yes, we appreciate the camaraderie in there. But even more is the stress. I had a conversation, another ICAF classmate hiding in here somewhere, about the stress on the workforce writ large. It's not just the folks that deploy. It are the people in the factories in there getting that down. I do know, and I know now, I have a different perspective than I've had over the 412-year acquisition career so far in DCMA, with our, almost 11,000 people deployed over 30 different countries, looking at 15,000 different sites. Everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own challenges, but it's the community that we represent that is pulling that together and producing the product. So with that, you have my gratitude, and I'll be quiet. I'll step on the tape that has my initials-ish on there, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Acquisitions Awards Dinner. Tonight, we will recognize the superb performance of individuals from our Marine Corps acquisitions workforce. As we've already done this tonight, one more time, we would like to also recognize the families of our recipients. Your contributions, dedication, and support make the superior performance of these individuals possible. Thank you. Please join me in a round of applause for the family and friends. Joining Lieutenant General Mazziello on stage, Brigadier General Walsh, Lieutenant General Tirati, Sergeant Major Dorsey, and Mr. Bowdren. Our first award will be the Andrew J. Higgins Award for Acquisition, Innovation, and Excellence. Mr. John Jacobs of Innovative Reasoning, which sponsors this award, will now join us on stage. Innovative Reasoning is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business that has proudly supported Marine Corps Systems Command and the United States Marine Corps for over 10 years. Innovative Reasoning specializes in training, logistics, and program management support, and is a recognized provider of superior people, processes, and performance. The Higgins Award is presented to a Marine Corps officer for excellence and innovation in the acquisitions, fielding, and support of systems and equipment for the operating forces. The award is named after the designer and builder of the landing craft, vehicle, and personnel, or Higgins boat, which carried Allied forces and equipment from ship to shore during World War II. President Dwight D. Eisenhower lauded Higgins as the man who won the war for us for his innovation of the half-wood, half-steel small boat. The recipient of the Andrew J. Higgins Award is Major Casey Durst. Major Casey Durst is awarded the Andrew J. Higgins Award for Acquisition Excellence for his exceptional leadership and remarkable contributions. His role in successfully implementing the commercial solutions for classified minimum viable product and his efforts to improve the Marine Corps Enterprise Network unification effort to create a single network architecture and robust security domain showcases his dedication to innovation and excellence. Additionally, Major Durst's leadership in ongoing base, post, and station modernization efforts, and his organization and presentation at the first Enterprise Information Technology Roadshow to each Marine Expeditionary Force in over 10 years demonstrates his resourcefulness and initiative. His outstanding contributions reflect the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Our next award is the Eugene M. Stoner Award for Acquisition, Innovation, and Excellence. Mr. Andy Correa of BAE Systems, which sponsors this award, will join us on stage. BAE Systems delivers a full range of products and services for air, land, and naval forces, as well as advanced electronics, security, information technology solutions, and customer support services. The Stoner Award is presented to a Marine Corps Staff Non-Commissioned Officer for excellence and innovation in the acquisitions, fielding, and support of systems and equipment for the operating forces. The award is named after the developer of the M16 rifle, carried in battle by the U.S. Armed Forces since 1963. Eugene Stoner, who designated the M16 while tinkering in his garage at night, was regarded as one of the world's foremost designers of and experts on small arms. The recipient of the Eugene M. Stoner Award for Acquisition, Innovation, and Excellence is Gunnery Sergeant Justin Hanoush. Gunnery Sergeant Justin Hanoush is enthusiastically awarded the Eugene M. Stoner Award for superior professional excellence in pursuit of the acquisition and fielding of the amphibious combat vehicle. Serving as the recovery chief and subject matter expert for advanced amphibious assault, Program Executive Officers, Land Systems, Gunnery Sergeant Hanoush, through his hard work and unwavering dedication, has directly contributed to the overall success of the amphibious combat vehicle's initial operational test and evaluation phase. He performed 5,086.5 mission profile miles, including 12,560.6 land miles, 228.8 water hours, and firing 13,131 rounds of ammunition through his immeasurable performance. He contributed to developing various critical engineering change proposals. Gunnery Sergeant Hanoush's praiseworthy involvement was characterized by his uncompromising commitment and devotion to duty. Our next award is the Donald Roebling Award. Mr. Bruce Sellers of Oshkosh Defense, which sponsors this award, will now join us on stage. Oshkosh Defense is a global leader in the design, production, and sustainment of best-in-class military vehicles, technology solutions, and mobility systems. Setting the industry standard for sustaining fleet readiness, Oshkosh ensures every solution is supported worldwide throughout its entire life cycle. The Roebling Award is presented to a Marine Corps civilian acquisition professional for excellence and innovation in the acquisition, fielding, and support of systems and equipment for the operating forces. More than 80 years ago, Roebling developed the amphibious tractor, or Amtracs. These sophisticated tractors were heavily produced and used by the Marine Corps in World War II and paved the way for modern amphibious force operations. The recipient of the Donald Roebling Award for Acquisition, Innovation, and Excellence is Miss Noelle Schott. Ms. Noelle Schott is leading the digital modernization of the Marine Corps Human Resource Development process, information technology environment, epitomizing an unwavering commitment to action and exceptional leadership. She has organized 5 user-centered design workshops to re-engineer legacy business processes and initiate new software development activities supporting the Commandant of the Marine Corps talent management vision. Ms. Schott leads the talent management digital modernization line of effort with an unparalleled bias for action, bold innovation, and relentless tempo. She initiated 3 other transaction authority agreements in under 5 months, generating early capability releases for Marines in machine learning and artificial intelligence applications. Ms. Schott's acquisition excellence and leadership reflect Donald Roebling's vision and persistence that fundamentally transformed the Marine Corps doctrine and identity. Our next award is the Lawrence P. Kreitzer Leadership Award. Mr. Mike Berrigan, President and CEO of Alexandria Insights, which sponsors this award, will join us on stage. Alexandria Insights helps U.S. government customers effectively and efficiently use technology to solve problems of national significance. This award is presented to an individual who inspires and motivates others by exhibiting the highest standards of leadership, courage, and accomplishment in support of the command's mission. Between 1994 and 2003, Mr. Kreitzer served as Marine Corps System Command's Executive Director and Deputy Commander. His leadership is credited with transforming the command into a team-based, high-performing organization. He championed several business practices such as contributed-based compensation and appraisal system, which are still in place at Marine Corps Systems Command today. In 2003, Major General Prince William Cato established the Lawrence P. Kreitzer Leadership Award in his name. The recipient of the Lawrence P. Kreitzer Leadership Award for Acquisition, Innovation, and Excellence is Colonel Timothy Howe. Colonel Timothy Howe is awarded the Lawrence P. Kreitzer Leadership Award for exceptional performance as the Program Manager of Advanced Amphibious Assault, Program Executive Officer, Land Systems. His exemplary leadership and unwavering dedication have led to the successful delivery and sustainment of critical amphibious assault capabilities for the Fleet Marine Force. Colonel Howe navigated challenges to deliver the $4.8 billion amphibious assault combat vehicle program on time and within budget. He also implemented innovative training solutions and established a readiness control board government structure, which is recognized as a best practice. Colonel Howe's strategic initiatives reflect the highest standards of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service, making him a highly deserving recipient of this award. Our final award presented this evening is the Colonel Richard Dick Bates Award. Mr. Eric Peck of Catalyst Solutions, which sponsors this award, will join us on stage. Catalyst Solutions advances Marine Corps programs through engineering, communication, and management support, to include consulting support for Colonel Richard Dick Bates' former office, which is now the MARCOR Syscom G3, Director of Operations and Programs. The Bates Award is presented to an individual who is hand-selected by the Commander, Marine Corps Systems Command, for an extraordinary contribution toward achievement of the command's goals and major initiatives. Prior to his retirement from federal service, Colonel Bates served 20 years at Marine Corps Systems Command as Director of Program Analysis and Evaluation and Assistant Commander for Program Management. Colonel Bates was a valued advisor to several Marine Corps Systems Command commanders and a respected expert in defense acquisition. In 2013, Brigadier General Frank Kelly established this award in his honor. The recipient of the Colonel Richard Dick Bates Award is Miss Leslie J. Ferguson. Ms. Ferguson's leadership epitomized unparalleled fiscal stewardship, overseeing a $16.1 billion budget with a 99.9% obligation rate, imperative for mission success. She collaborated with internal and external Marine Corps stakeholders to address a significant balance of unmatched transactions. Through her unwavering determination and direction, the command drastically reduced this balance from $1 billion to around $350 million, a pivotal factor in achieving a clean audit opinion. She transformed financial management into an analytical powerhouse through innovative dashboards and an AI integration. Ms. Ferguson spearheaded fiscal year 2023 milestones, enhancing OM&S, ME, and CWIP processes, which were also pivotal for audit achievement. As acting executive director, she orchestrated the command's strategic realignment, ensuring alignment with force design objectives. Her advocacy secured critical reductions in civilian workforce cuts, enhancing mission readiness through fiscal year defense planning. Ms. Ferguson's extensive expertise, strong desire to push forth systematic change, and a collaborative leadership have facilitated a myriad of strategic changes within the command that will leave an enduring legacy and set a solid foundation for future leaders to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Shirati. Gotcha.
And I just want to say thanks again. Congratulations to our award winners. One more round of applause for them. Thanks again for our industry partners, our senior executives, our generals, our leaders for being here tonight, and for larger workforce and families for coming out to recognize our award winners. Thank you very much, General Shirati. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, here you go. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave, there's a couple of things on aisle 6 that we need to clean up. On behalf of General Masello, I want to apologize to his aide because I know that he was the butt of many jokes tonight, rightfully so. And so if you have the courage, obviously, to come aboard a Marine base wearing an Army uniform, you deserve all the things that get thrown your way. So well done for standing up. Well done, my friend. And I'd also like to clean up the little chaplain fiasco thing, too, and just thank him once again for looking as sharp as he did. He's wearing the wrong trousers, but that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to be up here, to thank all of you for honoring these guests. It's been a fantastic night. I wish all of you a safe travels home, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. And if I can just get the awardees up here, we'll take one more group photo. Thank you. And also generals up here, and Sergeant Major and Steve.